Hi, I'm Mike Griffin with Essential Sound Products. We make power cords for any audio application. And one of the things I'd like to talk about here briefly is a lot of people ask me, you know, why make the investment in a power cord when you got all this crappy wiring in the wall, okay? And miles and miles before you get to your home or your studio, okay? And, you know, one of the advantages, I'll say, is I'm a mechanical engineer by undergrad. And I did a lot of work in electrical as you know, I started out. But the way I kind of look at electrical is a lot of analogies to fluid dynamics. And it's kind of like if you have a reservoir of energy, and that's what's in the wall, okay? And that's what's coming from the power station. It's a reservoir. Relatively speaking, the wire gauge in the wall is larger, especially if you have your 18 gauge cord, which you get with most components. It's much larger than that 18 gauge cord. So the 18 gauge cord, in fact, is a choke point. It's a bottleneck. So all we're trying to do, one of the things we're trying to do anyway, is we're trying to open it up so it flows more current. But let me show you a sample of our cord. We use multiple smaller conductors. And I like to use an analogy of a dam, and you have, each turbine has its own flow path to it for laminar flow. That's essentially what we're doing with the multiple conductors. It's like 4 streams of current coming at the same time. So, you know, once the switch opens, if you will, it flows a lot more readily, and that's how we get more current into your equipment. And it's designed to operate in that environment, knowing in North America, if you have a 15 amp circuit, you're going to have 14 gauge wiring in the wall. 20 amp circuit, you're going to have 12 gauge wiring. MusicCord Pro is equivalent to 14 gauge. MusicCord, I don't have a section, but MusicCord is equivalent to 16 gauge. So it's always the same or a little smaller than the in-the-wall wiring, and that way we know it's going to operate very consistently in any AC mains environment with any equipment you have. We have a lot more, you know, answers to frequently asked questions on our website, but let me show you something that we're introducing at this show. I think this is really cool. Here's a sample of the Victor Wooten signature version of the MusicCord Pro, new to this show. And let me also show you the Gerald Beasley MusicCord Pro. Now, you know, these are really great artists, and I'm just honored that they would consider putting their name on our product. I mean, that shows how much they believe in the product. But you know, one thing that's practical about this is a lot of guys have told me that a power cord is one of the most lost or stolen cables, because you know, when you're gigging, it's in the back, behind the amp, in the dark, and people are changing things all the time, and it's just easy to either lose it or somebody else grab it. So what we plan to do over time here, we're starting with these 2 cords, is give you something that's going to stand out, so you know that's your cord, okay? So stay tuned, but here's a good start. You know, nice purple color with Victor's cord, and the red color with Gerald's cord. There's nothing like them. Nobody's going to mistake your cord for somebody else's, okay? Thank you.